Well, a couple weeks ago here on The Blend, we told you about how one out of every $3 spent by high-income retirees goes right to taxes.
Oh, taxes. Today we're going to dig deeper on that topic.
Yeah, we are. Omaha's retirement strategist, Darrell Bryant, is one of the area's leading financial advisors and retirement planners. He also hosts his very own weekly retirement radio show on 1110 KFAB. Welcome back, Darrell. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. Yeah, having a good week?
What's that?
Having a good week?
Absolutely, yeah.
I was sick yesterday.
She was sick yesterday.
Allergies. I've never had to deal with it. It's not fun. So
well, there you go.
Yep.
You know what else is not fun? Are taxes. But you really help people to strategize, and the tax planning is a huge part of that when it comes to retirement. It's
a big deal. Most people have no idea what they're in for in taxes. Most people don't realize what they're paying currently in taxes. And when you go into retirement, if I asked you, what is your #1 expense, you might say, gee, I don't know, entertainment, travel, golf, I don't know, what is my main expense? Your #1 expense going into retirement is going to be taxes. It's going to be 1/3 of your spendable income, or 1/3 of your income is going to be probably go to taxes. And it is an enormous deal. What people don't realize when people are putting their income plan together because they've never done it is, first of all, they don't even know what they need, and to go when people walk into our office for the first time, to take them all the way from what do you actually want as a net income, right? Well, we have to talk about the taxation of all of their income sources. So you might have obviously earned income, you have 401k distributions, you might have Roth distributions, you might have, well, you're going to have Social Security, that's not going to be entirely taxable, etc. All of these come at you with different tax rates, and it's a different calculation, and so to navigate that at point of retirement, along with all of the other questions that you have with Medicare and pension settlement provisions, it's a very, very big deal, so you're going to need some help. One of the most important things that happens to a retiree where taxes are concerned that they don't plan on is when we lose a spouse during retirement. If we lose a spouse, this is just an example. When we lose a spouse during retirement, we're going to have a reduction in income, aren't we? Because we're going to lose one of the Social Securities. But who would think on the surface that if your income is going down, that your tax rate would go up? Wait a second, I'm going to be earning less because I just lost a Social Security, but I'm going to be in a higher tax bracket. How could that possibly? You know, it just doesn't occur to you. But you're going to a single filing as opposed to married filing jointly. You know, we had a seminar last night. And we had all this week. Fella says, "Hey, I've got disability income coming in. I just received my first check. Is that going to be taxable to me?" Nobody understands taxes whatsoever. Even people that are in my industry don't understand the taxes, and that's why we do this.
So, since you brought it up, your seminars, very informative. Tell us a little bit more about those.
Well, I'm real proud of our presenter, David Brooks, who will be presenting again tonight and tomorrow night. We had 100% turnout last night. We saw that 94% of attendees said, you know what, I want to come in and talk to you more about this because this is stuff that we're not hearing. David Brooks came to us. We brought him out of Florida. He has a certification in income generation, a certified income specialist through the Institute of Business and Finance. And he 18 years experience in the industry with about 8 years emphasis in retirement income planning alone. And so he'll be presenting tonight. Super proud of him. He does a great job of explaining really pretty technical stuff in layman's terms. And we just get a really good response. So we're sure happy to have him.
Strictly covering taxes, right? Is it just tax only in the workshops?
Tonight's taxes, yeah. What you can expect, a little bit of an idea of just how bad it could be. It's really an eyebrow raiser.
Well, I'm sure it is. I don't think I've ever added up the amount of taxes that I pay in a single year. I'm a homeowner, so I have property taxes, and then you have your income tax, and then sales tax that you pay on purchased goods. I think if you add it up, I think you'd be surprised.
Oh, you'd be very surprised. State income tax, federal income tax, local tax, property tax, sales tax, auto tax.
Sure, on your car, yeah.
Sure, and then most people in turn don't, while they keep on paying more in taxes, they don't bother to look at what they could do for deductibility and to avoid, perfectly legally, to avoid paying some. There are loopholes, there are systems in place to reduce your taxes, but most people don't take the time to even investigate that, and that's why you need to use the CPA.
That's right. All the big corporations do. They take advantage of those tax loopholes. Of course. And a lot of the big money guys do as well. 932-2141. And so the bottom line here is you need to know a little bit more about taxes. So the workshops, they're sold out though, right? They're completely full for tonight and tomorrow night. We might have a cancellation. You might like to call and see if you can get a seat, but they've been booked, and so they're fully booked. But you might have a couple seats. So if you really want to try to get into one of these workshops, You can try to RSVP 402-932-2141. Darrell's team might be able to squeeze you in. They are tonight and tomorrow.
Yes, again, very important.
Yeah.
Good way to start. Like you said, 94% of those people that attended it have set up meetings with you and appointments. So obviously they're very, very beneficial.
You betcha.
It's good stuff. And then also, if people just want to, if they can't make it to one of these tax reduction workshops, and if they do have a lot of questions, what do you recommend they do? And what are the steps that you take them through once they set up a meeting with you?
Well, attending the workshop is a great thing just to get to know one another. And some people like to just come in and say, who's the guy, you know, who are you, and so forth. And maybe they've been listening to the radio show or something like that. Maybe meet the staff and that kind of thing. But it's far more beneficial, as we were talking just before the show here, is an individual appointment is so much more beneficial. So, because then we're going to dig right into your specific situation and talk about putting together an income plan for you, whether you're 3 or 4 years out from retirement or 10 years out, that's about where we start, or even after retirement, what we would call life after the 401k, but a personalized meeting with recommendations specifically for you and your situation is always the best.
Absolutely. So for more information, once again, head to dbryant.retirementstrategies.com or head over to your phone and call 402-932-2141.
Sometimes you don't even have to head over to the phone. It's just sitting right on your lap nowadays.
I know,
right?
I head over to the phone or the dial up.
Walk over to the,
Pick up your
rotating
gadget.
phone.
I still call them gadgets.
Darrell, thanks. Good information.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Guest of the morning.